I haven't voted since I've been registered, or actually voted, went to a voting booth, any of that. I don't know why I haven't voted. I guess I was wrapped in my own little thing. It never occurred to me that I needed to. I just can't see how one person could change it.
I feel the same way kind of he feels. I feel like even if I do vote for whoever I want, it's not gonna say, he's not gonna do what's gonna happen anyway.
My name is Jesse Gonzalez, and I'm in long-term recovery from addiction to drugs and alcohol.
My name is Cheryl Benedetti, and I'm in long-term recovery from addiction to drugs and alcohol.
I heard about a Rhode Island Communities for Addiction Recovery Efforts seminar called Our Voices Have Power, and I asked Cheryl if she wanted to go.
Rhode Island Communities for Addiction Recovery Efforts, which most people call RICARES, is a group which organizes and advocates for the recovery community. We met Tom Kadir, a RICARES board member who explained to us how government works.
I remember learning this stuff in grade school. Honestly, it didn't mean much to me then, but Tom explained how important it is that people in recovery participate in the political process.
We learned that our voices have power, not just in telling our stories, but in using our experience to ensure others have the opportunity to recover just like we did.
I approached Tom after the meeting, and he invited us to visit the State House.
My name's Tom Kadir, and I'm a person in long-term recovery. And for me, that means I haven't used alcohol or drugs since May 15th of 2003. And as a result, my life's gotten better. Because of recovery, and only because of recovery, I've been able to go back and work in the state senate where I used to serve. I grew up in Pawtucket, lived here my whole life. When I was 24 years old, I decided to run for the state senate, and I got elected. So at 25 years old, I was sworn in as the newest senator from Pawtucket. That was back in 1995. I served 8 years in the state senate, and my alcohol and drug problems forced me to leave the state senate. I was no longer able to serve. I also ended up losing everything in life that I cared about. Not just that job in the Senate, but I also was executive director of a large nonprofit agency in Providence. Came from a great family, I had lots of good friends, and I lost all that to active addiction. Without your involvement, a democracy doesn't work. So it's really important to know that the State House is your house. Fill up this rotunda and let legislators know that we matter, that we're important, that we vote, that we're registered to vote, and that we are educated about the issues in our community, and that we're going to show up on election day and cast a ballot. And that ballot's going to be cast for people who support the issues that we care about.
To elect someone into office, it takes voters, who we also call constituents, candidates, and an election. Today, many candidates seem to say the same thing. It's hard to tell the difference between them. When a candidate doesn't seem to offer anything special, they contribute to something called voter apathy. Voter apathy occurs when a voter doesn't care about an election or feels their vote won't matter. When apathy takes voters out of an election, those who do vote decide who wins. The Green candidate lost the election this time. What would happen if the Green candidate promised to support recovery efforts? In this scenario, the Green candidate has offered something of value to voters. This motivates an apathetic voter in recovery to vote, and it causes another to change their vote. The outcome of this election is different. This time, the Green candidate wins. While it might seem like voters in recovery are small in number, if people in recovery vote alike, they have the ability to change the outcome of elections.
One of the things I learned on the tour was that I'm not alone. People who have recovered are everywhere, including the State House.
I learned that many voters are apathetic, which means they don't think their vote counts. But what's interesting is, the more that other people don't vote, the more my vote counts. I think it's important that people in recovery vote. We have similar goals and can help more people find and sustain recovery.
When I vote, I'll only vote for candidates that support recovery. That will help ensure that important services are always available to the next person who wants to recover.
RICARES has made it easy for you to register to vote. Just go to RICARES.org and click on Recovery Voices Count. Next, click on Register to Vote. Print your voter registration, fill it out, and either mail it or drop it off at your city or town hall. To confirm you're registered to vote, go to RICARES.org, click on Recovery Voices Count, and then click on the second option, Check Registration. If you can't find your registration, try using an old address. In either case, you'll need to fill out a new voter registration form. You can also use RICARES.org's Recovery Voices Count page to find your voting place and to contact your legislators.
This house is your house. Now it's up to you to get involved. We've given you the tools. It's up to you to use them. Thanks for watching.